Welcome to Showcase. You like to give concerts in historical places as opposed to traditional music halls. You played in Akhtamar Church, Mount Nemrut, even the Grand Bazaar, just to name a few. Why did you choose this church for this show?
Ben tarihi mekanlarda konser vermeyi çok seviyorum. Çünkü tarihi mekanlarda
I love performing at historic places because I think human civilization goes back to its roots in these places. People also like to go out of regular concert venues and want to experience different feelings and explore new ideas. Therefore, when you give a concert at a place that fits your project, people are more satisfied.
Many people credit you with helping Turkish people fall in love with the piano all over again. What do you think about this?
Belki benim müziğimdeki insanlar kendilerini buluyorlar.
Maybe people find themselves in my music. I don't have a classical repertoire. I perform my own pieces, so my music has its roots in Anatolia and it's inspired by the Middle East. That's why people find themselves in it. For example, if I performed Chopin, Liszt, or Rachmaninoff, they would maybe appreciate my skill but wouldn't identify much with the music. But in the concerts I give in Anatolia or the Middle East, people see me as one of them and find the freedom of expression they long for in my music. Maybe that's why they like my music and through it, the piano.
What did your placement as the theme music for Istanbul Beneath My Wings mean for your career?
Ben İstanbul kanatlarımın altındaya kadar
Until Istanbul Beneath My Wings, I was famous in Europe and as an artist who has started to perform in the Far East. But other than being popular in certain classical music circles, I was not only known to the public in Turkey. This was in 1994 to around 1995. But after I composed a score for Istanbul Beneath My Wings, people noticed me, found out about my career in Europe, and respected me even more. They did not know me until then, but got to know me after, and this made me happy. I worked with very good musicians on that project, and we wrote a very good score. I also enjoyed working together with other people. As a solo performer, you don't often get the chance to work with other people, and that is a disadvantage.
You're very patriotic by nature. Is that something that from childhood, or did you develop that as an adult?
benim rahmetli babam benim hayatımda çok önemli bir.
My late father was a very important figure in my life. I wish you could have known him. He was very respected. He was a poet, a writer, and an artist. He was very connected to the society and would always reflect the common opinions. He was very patriotic, and I'm grateful I resemble him this much. My patriotism stems from the idea that local patriotism will evolve into something universal. You cannot get along with an American or a French person unless you get along well with your closest neighbor. You have to have a good relationship with people closest to you to understand people in Africa.
Your parents were artists. Your father was a poet and your mother was a musician. That must go a long way in shaping a young child's creativity.
Annem piyano çalardı, evde piyano vardı. Babam müziğe de çok düşkündü.
We had a piano at home and my mother would play it, and my father loved music as well. We would listen to all kinds of music at home. Sometimes it would be Tuluyhan, other times Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff or Mozart. But at the time, we would listen to Turkish folk music of some Bulgarian singers' album or albums from the Middle East, albums of Egyptian, Lebanese, Syrian, Palestinian artists. So I grew up with love for all kinds of music genres, and this is a very important influence and turning point in my life.
You were accepted to the Venice Conservatory of Music at the age of 4, learning musical notes and playing piano. Can you imagine what your life would be like without music?
Yani müziksiz bir hayat düşünemiyorum ben.
I can't think of a life without music. If humanity loses music, it will lose its civilization as well. Music is the leader of all arts. It represents freedom and justice. All innovations in art have started with music. Then they would start in other fields of art like literature or theatre or fine arts. Music is a pioneer in arts, and when you lose music, you lose humanity or being human. Homo sapiens, the man that knows himself, his being, knows himself through music. Therefore, music is so important, I don't even want to imagine a life without it.
Thank you for joining us on Showcase.
It has been a great joy for me. Thank you.